I came out of the shower I don't know why I was showering when I had a party going on in my house. That's question number one.
Cake in your hair.
I had cake in my hair.
You were laughing and you were like, I'm going to wash my hair and then you should wash your
And
hair.
then I came out to a shit show of a cake fight going on in my house. It was
It was mine. I remember being like, this is not right. And your husband was like really the instigator.
Right, of course he was.
Yeah,
of course he was.
Like put all the blame on him. So then I was like, well, I don't know what's right and wrong here, you know?
By the way, this was my third
ex-husband.
surprise birthday. My ex-husband, that's me. This was my third surprise birthday party for my 43rd year.
I was reading that
really
book, and I was like, what the fuck?
Right?
Why would someone do that?
Because he's one of us. Okay, you know, not taking his image because he just had to have a party. It was like my birthday was an excuse for him to have a party.
Well, everything was an excuse to have a party, to be honest.
Right.
Yeah. I'm like, let's meet up and talk about work, but let's do it somewhere where I know we can order 3 or 4 glasses of wine.
Right.
You know, that was me.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, but anyways, we didn't talk to each other for years after that. I feel like this was God humbling me. So the first day I walked into AA, which was May 20th, I'm almost at a year.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm almost at my year. Is that crazy?
That's a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you.
So I walked into AA on, which would have been, I think, May 21st. So it was a Monday night. I was hungover because I got so drunk on Sunday. And you were sitting there and I was like, fuck this. I was like, what a fucking joke. Not like because I was mad at you or anything. I just thought like, I could see the like, you know, when you're like, well played, universe, well played.
Right.
But I didn't say anything. I was like, it's AA. And I was really ashamed to be there. I was in my own, pain.
Right.
Yeah.
I get it.
But what I thought was funny was you gave me the big book and you wrote your number in it and you were like, if you need anything, and I thought that was so nice. Like you bought me a big book, but I go home and I was like, Jake, you're never going to believe who was there. And then she gave me her number. I was like, I have her number. Then I was like, maybe she doesn't know who I am.
I was like, for sure, I'm sure she's deleted my number.
No, I had it. Because in my head, I was the asshole, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't think you were an asshole, but... and I was like, that's just wild. You know what I mean? But I was just like, I was going through the AA motions. And then finally the other day, well, it was a couple months ago, I was like, I asked you something about your kid. And you were like, I was wondering if you'd ever made the connection. And I was like, yeah, I definitely did.
I know, because that's our way, right?